sponsors.
Assalamu alaikum, this is Malik. I'm here at ISNA 2022. I'm here at the bazaar and we're gonna check out some really cool booths. They have some really nice vendors we're gonna check out, so stay tuned.
Hey, assalamu alaikum, Malik.
How you doing?
Alhamdulillah, how you doing, man? Good to be at ISNA finally, all these years. So I'm here at the Hamzanama Comic Contest booth, and it's an amazing contest because it continues the Hamzanama, the classical Hamzanama of the 13th, 14th, and 15th century. Wow. These were hundreds of folk tales that were being circulated in South Asia, Bangladesh, in Indonesia, Central Asia, and they all focus on a hero named Amir Hamza, who was loosely based on the Prophet's uncle, radiallahu anhu. So this Amir Hamza was a great symbol of fighting injustice, of supporting true Islamic reform, of putting all the demons in their place, and so he grew and became larger than life. These folk tales being told in villages all over the place. So there are hundreds and hundreds of them. When Emperor Akbar assumed the throne of the Mughal Empire, he really loved these stories. So he decreed that all these stories should be gathered together in volumes, so they'll be kept for posterity. So he assembled this huge production team, and they gathered and they created 14 manuscripts. Each manuscript is like 100 pages. Some of the pages are still there, but the manuscripts all consisted of, I'll show you, one large painting, and there's a little bit of text on the bottom of the painting. So you can see images of Hamzanama online from the classical Hamzanama. So one big painting, and there's like a few lines of script under it. So arguably, this was the first form of comic books, because what comic books do is they emphasize the visual. Yeah. They emphasize the visual over the text, and that's why it's such a popular format then for what was an illiterate society, and now where people read even less and less. Fast forward 500 years. We wanted to do something to memorialize our son Hamza, who passed away a few years ago. Hamza, our son, was a very consummate comic book writer. He was an amateur, but he loved producing his own comics. And then he passed away. So what we decided to do in order to honor him and to remember him is create a comic book competition. And because the hero of this Hamzanama, his name was Hamza, Amir Hamza, and our son's name was Hamza, everything came together, and let's create a comic book competition to revive the classical Hamzanama that Emperor Akbar had gathered and published. So the way we create new stories featuring the hero Amir Hamza is we crowdsource it, and the way we do it is through an annual competition called the Hamzanama Comic Competition. So we have people from all over the world submitting their original stories and their original art featuring Amir Hamza as the hero. And of all the submissions we get, the top 10 we choose, and we give cash prizes ranging from $5,000 to $200. So there's a lot of prizes involved, at least 10, 11 winners. And all the winning entries we combine together and publish them as the next volume of the Hamzanama. So where Emperor Akbar had done 14 volumes, our volumes will begin with 15, 16, 17. So there will be a historical continuity. So the goal of this contest is not only to memorialize, Hamza, that's sort of a minor goal. It's to bring people and artists and writers from all over the world to work together and collaborate on these new stories, to share their culture, to share their ways of life, their ideologies, and to bring the world closer together. So the amazing thing is, we have people contributing from South America, from Africa, from Asia, East Asia, Central Asia, Europe, all over the world. And these people had never, they're not Muslims, they've never heard of Hamza, but they collaborate together to create these new stories, and that is sort of the goal of our foundation, is to create this understanding through narrative and storytelling. Alhamdulillah. So everything is sponsored by the Barzinji Prize Foundation. And this is organized. It's a non-profit. It's a 501c3, and we hope, inshallah, to increase awareness of the contest, awareness of this new art form that we're creating, and do good for the world, inshallah. Thank you.
This DeenTV video was made possible in part by Islamic Relief USA, working together for a better world, by Guidance Residential, the #1 Islamic home financer in the US, and by Recycle Processes Incorporated.